This weather is crazy. It's miserable, it's raining, it's cold, and nothing in the camper is drying, so not good at all. Well, the weather's been rather rubbishy, to say the least. I don't know if such a weather is rubbishy, but it's not at all good. And I've been trying to work on the camper, but it's just not been playing ball. So I've decided to do some other jobs this week. And one of the ones you might recall me tidying up the garage. Well, we've had these roller doors put in, and we had to move everything. The end result of all that is that nice clean area you saw is now been shifted to here, which is not good. So now I've got to do a bit of a tidy up before I can do any more work. And I think I've been making some progress with the clean up here. Not a lot, but I am getting there. The table's all gone. And so now I've just got to put the caravan back into position where it was before, and start tidying up all that area in there. So wish me luck. So maybe it's time for a little bit of a history session. I'm just going to, I've got down on the floor here some boards I made up for one of our caravan rallies, and I thought I'd do an introduction of who I am, why I got into the caravan scene and all the rest of it. Well, it started in the 1960s, and there were 5 of us. We travelled around the North Island towing a little caravan called a Cupid. It was all 8-foot caravan, and what would happen is my parents had the back of the caravan, which is a couch and made a double bed. The entry door to the caravan was very, very thick and doubled as a wardrobe. Now a lot of caravans, they put the wardrobe next to the door, so you lose that space. The front was a table and seating arrangement that folded down and made a single bed for my brother. The awning came out, and that's where we would meet for our dinners, lunches and things like that. That was the dining area. And so on to each side of that, I should say, awning was a separate room on each end, one for me and one for my sister. And that's how 5 of us travelled around the North Island. I remember one trip we did where we left Auckland, went to Whangarei, up to Paihia, and we went to Taipa, crossed Opunoni. In fact, this picture here is us packing in from Opunoni. And that campground is no longer there. It's all closed down, but it was on the main road into Opunoni from Dargaville. And then we went from there down to Dargaville, and then worked our way back towards Auckland in that little 8-foot Cupid caravan. So now I'm going to show you some of the caravans that I've been involved with and have owned over the years. Remembering how much I enjoyed those early days and adventures, and seizing the opportunity to save some money instead of paying rent to someone, I decided that I'd purchase a 13-foot classic, which is about a 1970s model. And I kept it long enough to ride out Cyclone Bolo. Had a lot of fun in that. It was great. Now moving on to the 1980s. I bought this 1984 22-foot classic caravan. It was the 6th berth, and it was complete with its own shower, but it was more than what I needed really, but it was fun. So there's the dining room at the far end. There's an L-shaped lounge to the left, and here we can see the kitchen, full-size fridge. It was very lovely caravan indeed. And then moving on down to the bedroom, double bed down there, and in here there was the shower room. So moving on to the 1990s now, this is a 1955 home-built caravan, which needed a bit of restoration. So I started on the outside, and I'll just show you that here. Taking all the outside cladding off, which was hardwood, so I could get access to the framework to ensure that that was in good condition, which it was actually. The bottom section was actually aluminium sheeting, and there you go, that's the recladding going on now, just the door to do. And inside, it was very beautiful inside. It had American oak inside. You see that far window, that's actually a louver window on the side there by the kitchen. And if we look here, this looks down at the other end of the caravan. Beautiful interior, and there's the bench and everything on there. So beautiful caravan. Now we move on to the year 2000 and beyond. This here is a little Pixie caravan. It was 10 feet long. This was about my 6th caravan, but I found the layout wasn't overly that great, suitable for what I want. If you have a look in here, there's the kitchen area. So this is the front of the caravan along here. So it was a little bit of a weird sort of a layout, and I'll just show you the actual front of the caravan once again. There's the front along there. That's the doorway in this part here. It was in reasonably good condition actually, not a bad caravan. And down here we can see the dining area. Now 2010 we decided to have a look around for something that was small, lightweight and easy to tow. So we came across this 10'6" Lilliput Gazelle caravan. It was in Wongarei, and we found out there was a Lilliput Caravan Club, so we joined that as well. So that was quite a nice little caravan. I love the inside of it. There's the dining area. Beautiful, nice, clean, easy lines. It's really, really great. And but we later sold it and upgraded to this one, which is a 12'6" Lilliput. Some of them called Lilliput Specials. It's a 12'6" long, so an extra couple of feet. And this was a 4-berth, 2 double beds, one at each end. The couch making a double at the back, and the dinette making a double at the front. So we decided we'll put a bit of money into it and get it the way we wanted. So we started with the outside, and this is what it looks like now on the outside. Since this photo was taken, I've actually had the corner windows replaced. It's now got new corner windows. On the back I've put a wheel cover and tube holder on the back. So that's what it looks like now. I also raised the bed and put 2 fridges underneath. These are Dometic fridges, and are 12 volt, and they work independent, with each having their own thermostats. So you could have one almost as a freezer and one a bit warmer. And with our chef, the arrangement looks like that. So that's where we are today. As a result of joining the Caravan Club, we go to various rallies, and they generally have themes, each one different. Some of them, like, they'll have a Western theme, or they might have hillbilly theme. We have one of those in Rotorua, and what were some of the others? Oh, retro, getting dressed up in retro gear and stuff like that. It's really quite interesting. So here was my effort at one of the caravan clubs. Ozzy Osbourne, eat your heart out. Well, I call that progress. Not completely done, but at least I can find the caravan. And the weather's finding up too, so I'll be able to do more work on the camper. So I've taken the caravan out and cleaned that area, and I want to put the caravan closer to this wall so that on the other side of the caravan, between that car and the caravan, we can get another car in. But I made a mistake. I put this cabinet, this long cabinet, along this way, instead of having it against the wall on that side. That cabinet's okay, that can come across. I can take this out and put that over that side because it's shorter, because I can't get the drawbar of the caravan past the cabinet. So it's going to have to go from there to there. So after the cleanup and everything sorted, the end result is we can get the caravan, this car in, plus the Chev, which is undercover at the moment. So, job well done. All the fun of having too much stuff. Like next week, I'm back on working on the camper. So we'll see you then. Bye.